There's Kentucky's Andy Beshear is now ramping up restrictions.
He says inaction is deadly.
We are not going to surrender to the coronavirus. We are not going to simply throw our hands up and take what fatalities it will bring. I believe this will be the most important thing that I ever have to do in my professional life. And I'm going to make sure that we do it right. None of us want to look back on this epidemic, this pandemic, and say we gave up. Say we could have done just a little bit more based on what we knew at the time.
Tonight, Beshear is doing more. Starting Friday at 5, a whole bunch of changes are happening. It starts at home. All indoor gatherings are limited to 2 families and 8 people or less. At weddings and funerals, the limit is 25 people per room. All public and private schools are going virtual until the new year. The exception is elementary schools in counties that are not red. They can reopen December 7th. And as you can see here, there are very few counties that are not in the red.
The industry that will be most crippled, restaurants. There will be no more indoor dining anywhere until December 13th. Local 12's Tessa DeTiro kicks off our team coverage tonight from Covington with the efforts businesses are taking right now, Tessa, to basically just stay alive.
Good evening, Kyle. That's right. Cities are even getting involved in trying to help businesses stay alive. In Covington here, they've rolled out a new program for when you're walking around. They want to get people outside and they want you to walk around in the business areas. We're in Mainstrasse right now. And if you look down here on the sidewalk, you'll see an emblem like this on the ground. They'll be outside of a restaurant or a bar that's following the safety guidelines that the city recommends. And now when you walk by, you can maybe stop by to get a carry-out meal or an outdoor dining situation because of the new restrictions in Kentucky coming up. Dinner out looks different these days at Beale Street by Shelley. The restaurant plans to continue serving customers outside for the next 3 weeks.
I'll be able to pull open my awning and leave, so you'll have the fresh air coming through. But I have it pretty warm in there, so I think it should be good to go.
Owner Shelly Kareem says she prepared for this by ordering these heaters, fire pits, and tents to keep people warm outside.
I know this is not what everybody wants to hear or wanted to hear, but I don't think we have a choice, and we have to move forward and stay positive and support the decision of the governor, whether we agree or disagree.
Kareem is grateful she has the space and the customer support to keep things going.
Focusing on my carry-out, my curbside, and hope that the local businesses support us, support each other. Now we just have to find the new normal yet again.
At Bar 32 in Covington, outdoor service is not an option. The bar plans to shut down tomorrow at midnight.
I'm mostly worried about my employees because I'm not sure if they can get unemployment again or still. So
this will be the 4th time the bar shut down this year. Owner Amy Mobley says she is hoping for some grant money to make it through. She thinks other bars will be counting on that money too.
my guess is they're all going to shut down except for the ones that have food. So we'll just have to stick it out again.
The state is setting up a $40 million relief fund. Bars and restaurants can be eligible for up to $10,000 each. But if a restaurant does business primarily through a drive-through or if they're owned by a publicly traded company, they will not be eligible for that money. For now, live in Covington, Tessa DeTiro, Local 12 News. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Tessa, thank you so much for that live report tonight. And Jeff Ruby is expressing his frustrations with these new restrictions on Twitter tonight. He wrote, quote, "Dear Mr. Governor, with all due respect, today's baseless allegation that dining out puts people in harm's way just ruined Christmas for 160 members of our family. After indicating you wouldn't shut down our industry, you did just that." Of course, Ruby owns restaurants in Louisville and Lexington.